Man, welcome back to another episode of the Play for Keeps podcast, the only podcast that is strictly for casuals. If you don't know ball, this is the place for you. I'm your host, Greg.
Very true.
This is my host, Greg. Oh my God, Jax. Oh my God.
I am Jackson. I am Jackson. I am not Greg. I am Jackson.
I am Greg, and I approve of that message. I approve of that message. But welcome to the show. We have things to talk about. We have things to divulge into. But of course, and I mean of course, we gotta
donations.
Yeah, well, I don't even know.
Donations.
I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke. And you got the power to change that.
Hey, you think Bow Wow's a deadbeat?
Nah, I be seeing the videos of him he has a daughter with somebody famous, I'm pretty sure, or somebody relatively famous. And I be seeing them, so I don't think he a deadbeat.
Yeah, I gotta recalibrate some of my sounds. You know, I gotta check the temperature on some of my sounds just to know where we stand. You know what I mean? And for the contributors.
I love it when you talk to me. My fantasy. I love it when you talk to me. My fantasy.
Yeah, I intentionally pressed that button when you was talking. I was didn't want to hear my reality right now. I'm not gonna hold you. Oh man. The title of this episode is Deadbeats. We don't like them. Denouncing deadbeats. Double D's. You feel me? But also shout out the book. Shout out to Jordan Booker. New donator. Appreciate you, twin. Keep doing good things on the YouTube verse. Now
I'm watching Book's edits too. He's low-key getting better as a DJ. He's low-key sort of cold now.
Yeah, I got and low key. I'll be always having a little mini hot take for DJs. I'm gonna say that for next week though, because I want a mission to get this podcast under an hour and 30. But I can't go on a little tirade. I'll wait till next week though. But let's go ahead and knock off the things that we just simply
do not care.
Don't give a fuck about. Now, look. Let's start it off.
We do not care.
LeBron James, that 50K point thing that he had going on. Respect to the king. The crown, heavy that wears the crown. I forgot the rest of that quote, but you know what
heavy
I mean.
Is the head that wears the crown. Y'all know the quote. Y'all know the quote.
Damn, I was about to say something real crazy.
I'm glad you didn't. I don't know what it was, but I'm glad you didn't.
Oh man, I almost said Invictus by accident. My fault. But
anyways, LeBron, he got 50,000 points, and I'm saying we don't like. It's good that he got that, but we don't really care because I'm not gonna hold you. We knew it was gonna happen.
Did we know? I ain't know he was that close to 50K. I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't know he was that close to 50K. I ain't gonna. But I mean, everything that nigga does from this point on. Everything is history after that.
I swear, I'm not surprised by anything he does at this point. Like he's a GOAT, so I can't hate.
I choose not to hate. It's my GOAT. That's my GOAT right there. Anyway,
we do not care.
The next thing that we wanted to not care about and borderline low-key slander is the NFL not fucking with Shedeur Sanders. Now, this is nothing new. This happens all the time. This actually happens across sports. You know what I mean? You see this in basketball, see this in football, anywhere. But the only reason I don't care is, for me, I think even if this is the case of Shedeur, nobody fucking with Shedeur, if he gets slided and he falls, he's going to fall into a better situation anyway. You're gonna fall into a situation that has more weapons, has things around them. I think Coach Prime knows what the hell he's talking about. Coach Prime was saying that his son was a first round QB back when he was still in Jackson State, and people scoffed at the notion that could ever be a situation. Yeah, that's just him being biased because that's his son. No, you hear that nigga talk about Shiloh? You never hear the word first round and Shiloh in the same sentence as when Coach Prime speaks. So it's not biased. Nigga knows what he's talking about
at all.
So to that, I don't care.
Stuff like this happens all the time during the NFL draft. Whether or not, like, maybe somebody really doesn't like him, or maybe teams are just lying, so he falls down in the draft so they can pick him. Like, either way, it's not a big deal. He's still going to go first round. He's still going to make a lot of money. Will he be a good quarterback? We'll see. So it don't even matter for real.
And who the fuck is a humble quarterback? Who the fuck is that?
No. Quarterbacks be humble. Like,
who's I'm saying,
Lamar,
like, what's the
Lamar not cocky.
You said what?
Like,
but
Lamar's not cocky. You don't think Dak isn't Jalen Hurts?
I mean, you can give. I'll give you Dak, but even with Lamar, at bare minimum, he has his snarky moments. Like when he started passing for real, and he was like, "Yeah, that's not bad for a running back." You do have your moments where it's like, "I'm going to talk my shit. I'm going to talk my shit." And for the people that don't talk their shit, you still get hated on. You said Dak Prescott and Jalen Hurts, the same Jalen Hurts that niggas say, "Hey, that's not a top 10 quarterback," and they hit on that nigga quoting his infamous quotes. And niggas like, this nigga want to be a motivational speaker so bad. You hear that all the time. And then with Dak, you know how that go. So it's a lose-lose.
He breathes, they be like, "Oh my gosh, you fucking suck." So you can't.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
For sure. But finally,
we do not care.
Oh, fuck. Damn, bro.
I think you care about this.
Oh shit, bro. This done fucked the whole city up, nigga. I ain't gonna hold you. The deadbeat allegations have been bestowed upon me. Dr. Umar is a deadbeat father. Huh?
You said they've been bestowed upon you. They haven't been bestowed upon you.
I misspoke. Scratch that. Dr. Umar. It's a deadbeat father, allegedly, but it is true because he has officially confirmed that was his daughter that was talking crazy on TikTok. Look, Dr. Umar.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
Yeah, hey, Dr. Umar. It's not looking good for you, okay? You out here telling us to cuff our black queens. What's that? Damn. Where you at?
Where is it?
Life
changing.
You want us to change our lives? You want us to
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
You don't even deserve the third one. I'm gonna cut you off at 2. You want us to cuff these black queens, but you got two children by 2 different black women that you did not marry, and the school still ain't built. Jack's been on that case. I gotta give credit to you. He's the same nigga.
Dr. Umar and Donald Trump is the same person, just different fonts, bro. The same word, different fonts. That's all they are. This the same person.
I refuse to defend you.
That's unfortunate.
I refuse to defend this. I denounce it. Take care of your children, man. The girl didn't even want a relationship with his father. So, I'm just trying to communicate with my sister, man. I'm just trying to communicate with my sister. I'm just trying to reach out and find, talk to my, my sister. I don't even want a relationship with you. It's not even about the clout. That's when I knew. Oh shit. All right, doctor. All right, man. But enough about that. I'll keep y'all updated on my private Twitter. because I truly
We do not care.
I care, but it's not. It's just a time and place. It's not the place for this. It's not the place. But now let's get into the real meat and potatoes, and let's talk some NFL football. I have not talked NFL in a fat minute. It felt like forever since we talked about NFL football, even though it really was just last week. But
Yeah.
let's go ahead and talk about Deebo, man.
Yeah. For I guess former San Francisco 49ers wide receiver Deebo Samuel, he got traded, and he called it a bittersweet trade, but he got traded to the Washington Commanders, and I think he only got traded for like a 4th round pick. I'm trying to find it. I can't really see it. But yeah, he got traded for like a 4th or 5th round pick. So it's not really they didn't have to spend much to get him. So I feel like that was a solid trade for the Commanders. I can't really like Deebo's sort of old. I'm not old, but he's injury prone, so that makes his body a lot older than he really is. But absolutely. I mean, hey, the Commanders, they was unexpectedly good last season. They already had Scary Terry. Getting Deebo would be another great receiver for them. So I mean, it's not looking too good for anybody else in the division like the Cowboys. But I'm not mad at that trade. I'm not mad at it. How you feel about it?
Well, answer this question first. You still picking them up? You still drafting them in the fantasy?
No, no. All right. I'll never do that again. There's something like it. There's something I just can't do it ever again, bro.
Now, tell me how good the trade is.
Once somebody's wrong with me that much, I can't even do it no more. I can't even do it. Who lost?
Okay,
we'll talk about who lost this year. I'm just we'll get to that when we get to that later. But I forgot who lost. But anyways,
yeah, damn, I did forget too. But as far as for me, not gonna lie, Andrew Wiggins type beat for me. You know what I mean? This Andrew Wiggins getting traded from the Timberwolves and going to the Warriors. Low risk, high reward type deal. He could be a very impactful player. I'm not saying that the Commanders or the Warriors are going to win a championship or anything like that. They may. They got to the NFC championship before. But great ad. Didn't give up a lot for it. And I don't have anything else. I mean, look, the Grok and the Twitter AI images really been cooking them these past 3 to 4 months. I'm glad I haven't seen a lot of Al Qaeda gear on there. I'm glad that's kind of dying down, but I don't have any real issues with the trade, honestly. Good pickup.
And since we're speaking of trades in the NFL with, big name receivers, another receiver who's trying to get traded, or who has requested a trade rather, is DK Metcalf, who's a star receiver for the Seahawks. And DK, he's only like 27. He hasn't had no like serious major injuries or anything like that. And like, he's a literal freak athlete. Like he ran down, who was it? He ran down that one.
Buda Baker?
Yeah. He ran down Buda Baker like 90 yards after that pick. So like DK is an insane athlete. And it's a couple teams who have been calling for him. Teams like, or it's alleged that Dallas did, but I doubt that. But other teams like the Patriots have been trying to take calls for him. The Raiders, the Packers. I know the Bills have been looking at him, and the Chiefs as well. So like, who could you see him going to? The Chargers are another team too. But who could you see it as a good fit for him when he gets traded?
I could definitely see him.
All signs do point to him being traded. So who could you see him as a good fit with?
Oh, I definitely can see him in Buffalo. I can see him in Buffalo right now. Because I don't see him trying to go backwards. Like I don't see him trying to go to the Raiders. I feel like he's trying to compete and win and go into contention. No offense to the Raiders, but
no, you could offend the Raiders. Offend the Raiders.
The Cowboys would be like I'm trying my best not to be biased. I could actually see him with Dallas. I just don't see management pulling the trigger, although they've been rearranging contracts. So You never know with shit like that. So you never know. The other team that you said, the other team that you didn't mention that I could see him going to play for, weirdly, Pittsburgh. But I don't know if they really in the sweepstakes to do some shit like that. But I could see him in Pittsburgh. They just got to get the quarterback situation correct. I don't know what that looks like. But
DK and
you got
George
two
Pickens.
crash outs.
Exactly. I don't know how much.
Yeah,
like, well, Mike Tomlin, he managed a locker room with Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, and Ben Roethlisberger. So if anybody can do it, is him, I guess.
Yeah, there's a respect level enough. I mean, I feel like DK over these past couple seasons hasn't been the peak crash out that he's could have been. I guess like I haven't seen any crazy moments this past like last season. Maybe he can figure out how to reel in George Pickens a little bit too. maybe he can just kind of figure it out because I feel like, you know what I mean. I feel like there's a connection right there. So that's one that I would like to see as a fan. I don't know if that actually happens, but if it was up to me, I would love to see him with the Steelers.
That would be nice. I could see him in that jersey. I could see that fit. A team I think he could go to and really make an impact on. I can see the Packers because the Packers, they have like all their receivers. They're not like bad receivers, but they're not super duper good receivers either. Like one receiver will have like a 100-yard game one week, and then the next week he only had like 12 yard. Like they're very just like up and down. So if they had like one true, real number one receiver, that could settle them down a little bit and maybe help Jordan Love stop throwing all them interceptions. But yeah, I could see him going to the Packers. That would, or the Chargers actually, because the Chargers do need a. They've been needing a receiver because what's his name? Quentin Johnston can't really catch that well. Like he played much better this season, but he really can't catch. So if Justin Herbert got like an actual number one, that would for sure help them a whole lot.
Low key, I don't know how they're situated. Well, I take that back. There's really nothing wrong with their offense. So disregard. I was about to say, low key, I could see that nigga in Cincinnati, but I think they're solid at the offense. They need to work on their defense really more than anything.
And they already got Jamar and T. Higgins hasn't been signed yet, but they keep saying they're going to sign him, so we'll see. And they still haven't paid Jamar Chase. Like the Bengals low key suck. Like their ownership sucks. So
they've always sucked. They just got blessed with Joe Burrow. That's really what it was. They got blessed with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. They've always been bad though. Bad management.
Wait, so who?
I'm
what were you gonna say?
AJ Green. Yeah, I was about to say like literally, it really don't matter where the nigga go. I'm gonna be honest with you. Anywhere but that goddamn NFC East. Specifically the niggas that wear green. Cause them niggas always find a way to find a way.
That's the greed that they talk about in the Bible. Like the Eagles had AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, and Devontae Smith. Like that would piss me off. Oh, you knew DK and AJ Brown, they was teammates though in college. I didn't know that. They both went
Don't
to
say
like
that to me right now.
They both went to Ole Miss. Yeah, I would be.
Don't say that to me right now, my
nigga. Anyway, you know what? We're moving on. Moving on from that. Let's just forget that was even mentioned. But Greg, it's free agency in the NFL. Like it basically just started, and there's a whole lot of free agents. People have been released. A whole lot of people who want to get traded. And I had the bright idea because I didn't want to talk about all of them because it's way too many people. But I had the idea to like play a little game called "Is He Washed or Not?" And I got about 10 names of players, and I'm gonna name them, and we just gonna see like, hey, are they washed or like do they still got it or is it over for them? And I want to start it off with like the first two names we already talked about in this episode. So let's go with Deebo Samuel. Is he washed or do he still got
it? He got something in there. Like I said, I just think he's walking a fine line right now, but he's not all the way washed just yet.
Yeah, I'll agree. You know, because he get hurt a lot. Though. That's really the only thing. Because when he's on the field, he's good. But the style of football he plays, like he's very physical. So that's the only thing. But like you said, I still think he got something in the tank. Next we got DK Metcalf. Is he washed or do he still got it?
Oh, he still got it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we both agree that he hasn't been bad yet, so he still got it.
Still got it.
Next player, it's not a player who's a free agent, but he has requested a trade, and this might just really be an easy answer. But Myles Garrett, is he washed or does he still have it?
that nigga might have more, nigga. I don't. That nigga's just
honestly. Hate fuels people. He might win MVP on the offensive side too. Hate just does something to somebody.
Hey, this nigga, his numbers post that helmet swing, generational. Generational talent, right?
Myles Garrett, he's been so good that people like don't even talk about the helmet swing anymore because that was a crazy thing to like take your helmet and swing it. No, that's a crazy thing.
That's
how good he is.
Swing it at a football player that didn't have his helmet on. Let that sink in. He didn't have his helmet on. He swung that man's own helmet on him. That wasn't even Myles Garrett's helmet. I was Mason Rudolph's helmet that he swung at Mason Rudolph.
That's how you know. Everybody don't even talk about. That's how good he is. That's how good he is. But next player is a player who just got released by the Chargers, and this is Joey Bosa. Do you think he still got it, or is he washed?
It's hard to call him washed. I think he's more washed than got it.
I will call him washed. I will call him that. Yeah.
No, but I feel I feel like it depends on what team he goes to. Like if he goes to San Fran, I'm changing my answer.
That's what I think.
I feel like it fuels. I feel like it fuels right there. You know what I mean? I feel like I get like a, you know.
Yeah, when him and his brother link up, I 1000% think he's going to San Francisco. But regardless, I still think he's washed. Whatever. Next is a player who also just got released by the Chargers. Another one. This is Khalil Mack. Do you think he's washed or do you still got it?
Where was he? Where did he come from? The Chargers?
Yeah, he was on the Chargers.
He might be washed, man. I ain't been hearing this. I ain't heard his name in a minute. Call me a casual. I just haven't heard his name in a fat minute.
How old is Khalil Mack? Khalil Mack's age will determine my. Oh, he's 34. Yeah, no, he might be.
Yeah,
it might be time. I didn't realize he was that old. Okay, I'll go ahead and call him. He's an amazing player, but like I think it might be time for him.
Yeah, it's probably time.
Next is a receiver who just got released. He was a leading. I think he's a franchise leader in like touchdowns and yards for them. But this is Tyler Lockett, formerly of the Seahawks. Is he washed or do we still got it?
I'm gonna let you know that right now. Washed.
I don't think so, bro.
I
don't think so.
Yeah, no. I as somebody that had him on my fantasy team, washed. Fucked me.
Tyler, like he's not even like a big fantasy guy, so that's why I'm like, you probably expected him to be like your wide receiver 2 or something. He's more of a flex player for fantasy, for real. But I'm not gonna lie, I think he got something in the tank, bro. I still think he got it.
Hey, he stayed on my bench. I'm not gonna lie to you.
They wasn't used. I don't think they used him properly.
Nothing for me. He didn't do nothing for me. I had hope too. Didn't do a damn thing.
All right, next we got he's not a Seahawk no more, but it's still Seahawk ties. We got Russell Wilson. Is he washed or do he still got it?
This really feel like a Seahawk segment right here. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah. I think so. I think it's time.
He's great career, beautiful wife. It might be time to hang it up.
Family
These
man.
quarterbacks need to stop. Go be a family. Like, you was already a family man. Be even more of a family. Lean heavier into the
Lean
family
more
man.
into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think all respect to Russ. I think he is washed. I think he's cooked. I think it's over for him. But next we got Devontae Adams. Is he washed or does he still got it? Because he just got released from the Jets.
He's not washed. He's not washed. He
Really?
was just with Aaron Rodgers. He let nostalgia fool him. You know what I mean? Aaron Rodgers wasn't going to put him in the best situation possible. Aaron Rodgers was
They said
washed.
they're a package deal this offseason, though. So if you get Aaron Rodgers, you get Devontae. That's what they said.
Well, if that's the case, then the nigga is washed. Okay. All right, look. If that's what you telling me, that nigga's washed.
Nah. Like Devontae Adams, he's been good his whole career, but I've never been like a big Devontae Adams fan. I'm being completely honest. I think he's washed. I don't think he's that good.
No, the pod knows. The pod knows. You know how you feel about that.
Next, we have Sam Darnold, who some people call the number one free agent in the NFL right now. Is Sam Darnold washed or not?
Look here. This is very weird, okay? Because nobody would call him washed because he wasn't good to begin with when we first got into the football career of Sam Darnold. So to call him washed, I don't even know how to respond to this. I'm gonna say no, because nobody had real expectations for him. I'm gonna say no. He's not washed. How can I expect something that I had no expectations of?
I mean, he was cooking last season with the Vikings. They went crazy. They was in the playoffs, right?
Right. Yeah, they're in the playoffs, but
yeah, they were in the playoffs.
I think it's the wrong approach. I think we're going with the wrong approach. This is not the real question you ask for Sam Darnold. The real question you ask is Sam Darnold a bust? That's what you really that was the conversation he was supposed to be in. Like, yo, is he a bust or not?
That's not even a conversation though, because we know he's a bust. He just had a good year last season.
So then he could never be washed.
I do actually see your point now. I do see your point. Well, with that being said, then I guess since he was never like unwashed, you can't really call him washed. But the bigger question is will Sam Darnold be good next season? And I think the answer is no.
Basically what we're saying is he had a Linsanity run. He had a Linsanity run.
Yeah.
And we don't think he can replicate
it's
it.
over.
Now he could be Jeremy Lin. He could be Jeremy Lin or he could be Geno Smith. He could be Jeremy Lin or he could be Geno Smith. One of the two. He can't be both. That's what I see.
He's not going. I'll tell you right now, he's not going to be Geno. But the last name on this list, we got Aaron Rodgers.
Ah, you already said that nigga need to retire. Get him out of here.
He's 40 now. He's officially 40 now. Like, why do you still want to get hit by these niggas, bro? These niggas are 300 pounds, bro. Go do something else with your life.
It's the money, bro.
He already rich. He already
it's greed. It's the shit we talk about in the Bible, bro. Greed. Do we have kids? Does he have kids?
No, he weird. He don't have kids. He don't got a wife. He's just by himself listening to like alien conspiracy theories.
This nigga said he weird. It's weird when you don't like the nigga. Cause let it be KD.
That's not weird.
He weird. He ain't got no kids. He ain't got no. But let it be KD.
No,
he ain't weird.
I said he ain't got no wife. He don't got no kids. He be listening to like alien conspiracy. That's the weird part. The conspiracy theories and like the doing ayahuasca in the middle of the desert and all that shit, bro. Like that's the weird part. And being on perks in the game and shit. Because he said he was on perks. Like that nigga weird, bro. And then he also wanted to be like vice president or some shit. KD don't want to be nobody vice president. I'll tell you that much.
You don't think KD don't say nothing? You don't think KD don't say nothing crazy when he high? You think he a thought-provoking high nigga?
I feel like it's levels to the crazy. Like Aaron Rodgers is probably like right, like not even in the screen no more. Like KD might be like right here type.
You're
But Aaron
absolutely
Rodgers
right.
is an insane human being. Aaron Rodgers was riding around with RFK and all them, bro. Like he weird, dog. Like Aaron Rodgers is weird. He's weird and he's washed. And
Absolutely.
that concludes that segment.
Hilarious.
But moving on from the NFL, we gotta talk about some basketball now. And it's been a tough season for the Dallas Mavericks, and unfortunately, it's gotten tougher because Kyrie Irving is officially out for the season and probably a good portion of next season because he tore his ACL this week. And then on top of that, Anthony Davis, he probably also will not be returning for the Mavericks this season because he had like that abdominal injury, I believe. So Nico Harrison, I don't know, man. He said he's been getting death threats. I don't think it's gonna calm down anytime soon. I'll tell you that much.
Man, look here, man. And on top of that, they done already said that they increased ticket prices by 8%.
Who, the
Not
Mavericks?
only are you ass, yeah.
For
Like,
what?
not,
It suck.
not only are you ass, but it costs more to see games. But look, if I'm Nico Harrison and them boys, that makes perfect sense to me. I'm tired of the hate, man. Get these niggas out of here, bro. Get these fans out of here, bro. Let's raise these prices so we ain't got to worry about some of these fans that's trying to heckle me, bro. I get it. But look, my brother, you made this sandwich. I don't feel bad for you, but
Oh no, not at all.
it's like
I feel bad for the players.
things like, yeah, I feel bad for Klay Thompson, nigga.
Oh, you heard what his dad said? He was like, he's in purgatory. I was like, damn.
Oh yeah, he is. This is bad.
I mean, yeah, his dad's not wrong. He thought he was gonna play with Luka and Kyrie and have like a great time. And now now they expect him to carry the team.
Yo, you could have gone into a coma for a month. And your whole life, your whole basketball fandom has changed. You wake up from that coma and realize all the things that didn't happen.
You wouldn't believe it.
You wouldn't believe it. You thought it'd be NBA Centelli or some shit. Nah, it's bad. But this all of this makes it more and more sense as to why, like, people talk about the conspiracy stuff of trying to move the team to another city or another state or whatever. Like, bro, it makes sense right now. Like, you losing a fan base. There's a nigga I know right now that has changed, that has denounced his fandom to the Mavericks.
Oh my gosh.
You denounced your Cowboys fandom. You said what?
Who do you support now?
Oh, he was like, LOL, hey, he was like hashtag Lake Show. He's with the Lakers now.
Oh my
god. He's with the Lakers. And as a Mavs fan, like, if you're a Mavs fan, like, I can't fault you going to the Lakers because you fucked with Luka. Like, my little cousin is sick right now. My little cousin is sick right now. That was his favorite player, playing for his favorite team. You fucking up family homes, brother. Get him out of here.
For no reason. You fucking like this complete
unprovoked.
Luka's cooking now. Luka's starting to lose that way. Luka's cooking, and he just dropped like 32 last game. Like, Luka's cooking right now.
And all this shit is karma for real. Like, because it's one thing to make a dumbass trade. To make a dumbass trade and then spew that fat hate, talking about, we didn't fuck with this condition and we didn't know if he, I don't know, you know what I mean? He was never in shape, 270. All for your whole team to fucking disintegrate for injury after injury after injury after injury after more injury. That's karma. Calling that nigga fat and calling that nigga
You think
270 just for your whole squad to just fuck up right now. I don't know.
What if they mess around and get Cooper flagged? It's not going. I mean, I'm not going to say it's not going to happen because crazier things have happened. But
It's not.
what if they get Cooper flagged?
They don't deserve that.
You said what? Oh, no, they don't.
They don't deserve.
No, they don't. They'll probably trade. They'll probably trade Cooper flag.
That would set a bad precedent. I don't think Adam Silver would allow that. That would set a bad precedent of, oh, we can fuck up. However, like we can fuck up big time, and be blessed with a number 1 overall pick. Like nah. You gotta, as an organization, you gotta sit in this dumbass shit. You gotta sit in this for a hot little minute. So no, I'm not. I know like Cooper flag is going, like I said, to Toronto or Utah. Those are his 2 number 1 pick options. And if I'm wrong, so help me God. But it's one of them 2.
I would hate to be in Utah, bro. Like, of all the NBA places, Utah, like, really?
Well, Jax,
That's
you're
what
not
I
a
think
white
Utah
man.
probably the worst.
You're not a white
Like, do
man,
white
Jax,
people
so-
really like Utah? Like, I know white people
I
be
mean-
in Utah, but like, do they like Utah for if it's a white person who's experienced the outside world? Like, would they really want to go to Utah?
If they're an outdoorsy kind of guy, yeah, absolutely. If they're into the outdoors, yes, yeah. Beautiful scenery, but at the same time, Utah. Is that where the Mormons be?
Yeah, that's where the Mormons be.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's where that one dude went with the girl who groomed him. What's his name? Filipowski. That's where he is.
Filipowski.
Like he
Yeah,
probably
I
had the
haven't
time of
really
his
heard
life over there.
I haven't heard much about that man.
Is he playing? Let me look him up real fast. What's his stat line looking like?
I think Isaiah Collier is playing decent there. I think.
Okay. He
they
averaging 7.9.5 rebounds and 2 assists.
He's behind
he's
a
backup
shitload of big men though. Yeah, he's behind Walker.
That's all
Kessler
Utah has
Laurie
is tall whites. Yeah, tall whites. That's it.
Tall whites. He fits.
But
right
we've been
in.
talking about Utah for way too long. This is not a Utah podcast and never will be, no matter what you guys want to happen. So we must move on. Next, let me talk about Utah one more second because this is a player who needs to be banished to Utah. And this is Draymond Green because brother, he has. Well, I guess people who listen to this podcast have known that we get annoyed about all the stuff Draymond says because sometimes he just be yapping. But this particular time, I believe it was a game that the Knicks were playing the Warriors, and Karl-Anthony Towns, he sat out that game. And Draymond went on his podcast and said, "Hey man, I heard that Cat, he sat out this game because he's afraid to play Jimmy Butler because, as you guys know, Jimmy Butler is now a Golden State Warrior." But it has since came out that Cat had to attend the funeral for one of his close family friends who passed away from cancer. And Draymond, he was asked about this during a recent press conference, and this is what he had to say.
You seen your reaction today to your comments about Cat?
No.
And are you aware of what the circumstances were?
No. No. What's the circumstance?
Apparently, he said he was at a funeral for a family friend.
Oh man, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. But my comments that I made was what I heard was this. And that's what I heard. So I do, send my well wishes to him and his family. None of us. It's inevitable. We all experience death in one way or another, and we'll all experience it in the same way one day. So it's unfortunate. You never wish that on anybody, but the Draymond Green show with Baron Davis must go on.
Must it go on?
I definitely, wish them well and wish their family well and grieving, because we all go through that, and it's never easy for anyone. But the Draymond Green show with Baron Davis will go on.
Like he said, it must go on. Must it really go on? Like, do we need the Draymond Green show with Baron Davis?
We don't need to do anything in this life but pay taxes and die. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think like this is my first time actually watching it. I saw the quote. I was like, oh damn, this sounds really bad. But when he says it, I'm like, why did you say it twice?
Oh, and for
What was
people
the
who
point of
probably
saying it?
for people who might not have been able to understand everything clear, the interview he asked, have you seen the reaction to your cat comments that he ducked the game versus the Warriors? Were you aware of the circumstances? Draymond says no. Then the interviewer says he was at a funeral for a friend, to which Draymond replies, oh man. But what I heard was that he ducked the game because Jimmy was there. And I send well wishes, but the Draymond Green show will go on. It's just like, bro.
Niggas don't know how to apologize, bro.
It's new media though. New media.
New media don't know how to hold themselves accountable, just like the old media, right?
It's all the same. It's the same thing, man. New media, old media, same damn thing. Everybody just want to talk shit and not be held accountable. Talk shit and not get hit. Talk shit and not be held accountable. Like it's, come on, man. Seriously.
We're not gonna. I mean, it's a double-edged sword because ain't nobody finna hit Draymond as much as I want niggas to hit Draymond. Don't nobody want to do it. Don't nobody want like tries to. Yo, shit. The nigga Draymond beats niggas to the punch, literally. No pun intended.
I didn't literally mean get hit, of course, but like just I'm talking hit in terms of like accountability. Because good Lord, bro, can you just please just apologize and be like, oh man, I was wrong, I was this, I was that. But it's just like, dog, come on, man.
That's what I was told. Well, you can apologize for spreading misinformation. Niggas do that all the time. Oh yeah, like I thought it was this. Yo, my bad. But the fact the Draymond, who the fuck care about the show? For you to keep saying the Draymond Green show with Baron Davis, it's funny because he said with Baron Davis must go.
No, he had to give Baron he had to give Baron some love, bro. He had to give Baron some love.
No, he didn't. He didn't have to give that nigga love,
bro. Baron Davis
did not have to give that
nobody.
nigga love.
Baron Davis don't be doing
What'd
nothing
you
to
say?
nobody, bro. Baron Davis don't be doing nothing to nobody, bro.
That's all fine and dandy. He didn't need to do nothing bad, bro. Did you hear him? Because I mean, all Baron was doing was ad-libbing.
Yeah,
he was ad-libbing during that thing. Oh, word, it do be like that though. All right, bro.
Sometimes that's all you
like,
can
I
say.
can't blame
you know, like sometimes that's all you can say when you know a nigga wrong, but you just gotta let him. He done went too far. You just gotta let him keep cooking, bro. But Draymond done burnt down the kitchen multiple times. But it's just a shame. This whole the NBA media landscape is a shame, and that sort of also leads into the next other clip we had to play, which is from what was it, the TNT broadcast, right? Yeah, this was TNT. This was Charles Barkley, and he was talking about the Lakers. I'll say that much. Or talking about the Lakers and Kendrick Perkins, but
absolutely.
But this is what Chuck had to say about how everybody keeps, oh my gosh, bringing up the Lakers and blah blah blah.
I saw a fool idiot on TV talking about the Lakers save the NBA.
I saw a fool idiot is a crazy way to start. But let me continue. I saw a fool idiot, like it's the first 3 words, like first 4 words, right? But let me continue.
I saw a fool idiot on TV talking about the Lakers save the NBA.
Save the NBA?
Yeah. He's an idiot and a fool, but he know who he is. What's his name, Shaq?
Which one you talking about?
Kendrick Perkins.
Oh,
he said the Lakers. First of all, the Lakers have had a great 2 weeks. He said the Lakers saved the NBA season. That's because them fools on the other network, which we're gonna be working for next year. That's all they talk about. Let me tell y'all something.
Tell me something.
And first of all, I want all the smoke. I don't whistle when I walk by the graveyard or anything like that.
I don't whistle when I walk by
I don't know
the
what
crib.
that
I
means.
like that.
Hey,
Man. I'm
man.
stealing that one.
The Lakers are doing great.
It's a bar.
Got
That's
a
a
long
bar.
way to go. But the reason the season's been going great for the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Y'all just want to talk about the Warriors and the Lakers. They're both doing great. Don't get me wrong. If I turn out to be wrong, I got no problem with that. But y'all are idiots because y'all talk about the Lakers and the Warriors all the time. Y'all don't. The Cleveland Cavaliers have won 12 straight games. The Oklahoma City got the MVP and they are on fire. Y'all are talking about who's in second place. That's the reason I get pissed. Hey, the Lakers are doing great. I don't mind being wrong. The Warriors are doing great. But that's because you fools on other networks, which we're going to become fools next year. We'll be working on that network. But Oklahoma City and the Cavs been balling for 6 months. Y'all talking about teams that had two great weeks.
Time out.
I at least appreciate Charles Barkley for putting the name on it. And I appreciate everybody else for gassing him up. They be funny. They be funny. They be funny.
Nigga said, "Hey, what's his name? What's his name, Shaq?" Kendrick Perkins. Absolutely.
No, he asked Shaq's name. Shaq didn't know the name. He was like, "It's Kendrick Perkins." Like, you didn't even have to ask him. He just wanted to say it. And Kendrick Perkins, he heard these comments. He tweeted about. I didn't have the tweet put up, but he was basically saying, "You want to say this to my face? Well, I'll see you when I see you." Type stuff like that, and it's just like, I feel like a big problem with. And I mean, I'll be honest. Was he all the way wrong? No, no, because they do be focusing a little bit later on. He gets into how they always focus on MJ versus LeBron debates as well. So like Charles Barkley was not really wrong for real, but it's just like a big problem with NBA media and how it's being covered. And he took a shot at ESPN, even though they'll be joining ESPN next season. But a lot of it is the stuff that ESPN and even TNT they bring up. They only want to focus on like the big name people, and Shaq is guilty of that as well because he'll admit he'll be like, I haven't seen this player play. I didn't know. I was like unfamiliar with your game. That's because he did that. Don't be like that. That meme came from him not watching. So like they sort of contribute to this as well. But it's just like the way NBA is covered. It's covered probably worse than any other major American sport. To be completely honest, because it just feels like it's a whole bunch of people that don't like it and a whole bunch of people that want to push narratives and stuff.
Oh man. Was he wrong? Was Charles Barkley wrong? Like, did he say anything factually incorrect? No. But in the words of Kendrick Lamar in the GNX album, I hate a bitch that hating other bitches and they both hoes. I hate a bitch that hate other bitch and they both hoes. Y'all both hoes, my nigga. These is two ugly bitches fighting. These is two mid hoes having a mid off. You feel me? And I ain't gonna lie, this shit brought me back to like middle school, bro. Like middle school, like, and I'm talking about two uglies, but they throwing. They throwing hands though. Like, god damn, she got a mean left. But then once you start watching, it's like, damn, all right, let me chill out. Why am I watching this? Why am I bringing myself to watch this? We should be in school, nigga. Like we should be. We need to do. That's what I felt like when I watched Stephen A. and K Perk and Charles Barkley and Shaq. It's just a whole bunch of y'all niggas saying the same thing about each other. When y'all all are the problem. Charles Barkley, you are part of the problem. So you out here yelling and screaming and doing all this hoopla. Yes, you are dissecting one part that I don't like, but you are also a part of another scheme that I don't like either. Like, yes, Kendrick Perkins talking about the Lakers saving the NBA. That's insane. When the NBA ain't need no saving this year. This has been a great product.
It's actually a really, really good season. We've been going crazy.
A really great season. I've had fun. I've had fun. On the flip side, Barkley, yes. You've been saying the Lakers stink, and you saying, yo, I'm not afraid to say that I'm wrong. Then say you're wrong about these fucking Lakers. You were the one that said, yo, the Lakers stink. You're also somebody that said, hey, the Lakers ain't gonna be all that immediately with Luka. You would have said when you out here talking about they've had a good 2 weeks and they've been on a good little run for 6 straight weeks. It's been well over a month. They've been pretty goddamn good. They went from playing to the 2nd seed.
Like that.
You was talking about JJ Redick as a podcaster. You feel me? But now JJ Redick ain't the podcaster no more. He's a head coach now.
And not even head coach. Now they call him coach of the year. Now they call him coach of the year and stuff too.
Yeah, he's in those kind of conversations now. Regardless if he wins it or not, he's part of them conversations now. So it's disingenuous for you to be like, oh, all we do is talk about the Lakers. Yeah, well, you shit on the Lakers every chance you get. I remember, because he talks about this OKC shit. I remember OKC. I don't know if it was the Cavs, but it was another team. OKC and another team were on the highlights for TNT. So yes, technically, y'all talk about OKC and y'all do X, Y, and Z. But the whole highlight, you out here talking about the fucking Lakers stinking. You talking about the Lakers stinking it up, even though the Lakers is not even on the fucking screen right now. You're no better than the nigga you talking shit about right now.
Honestly.
Who's worse? So fuck out of here. Like I said, 2 ugly hoes fighting it out, man. Chuck got a mean left. That's a mean left.
No, he got him shook. He had him shook a little bit. He got him shook a little bit. But the final,
nigga, I'm like, oh shit.
The final clip though for this whole NBA segment, it's not even like you can't even call it an NBA segment because it's just NBA media and they're trying to make themselves the story. And that's really a big issue I have with a lot of it. But this is I got a clip from Stephen A now. And this will be low-key sort of a long, like it's long, so I'm gonna try to like get to like the important parts of it. But let me share my screen one final time because I done did it a whole lot this episode. Over to the part. And this is LeBron. He confronted Stephen A. It was a long shot, so you can't really tell what he was saying. But Stephen A, he said, you know what? I didn't want to have to address this, but since it went viral, let me go ahead and address this, even though we all knew you wanted to talk about this.
Now let me tell you what I feel. What I would have said if we were in a different environment, because I was not going to engage in a confrontation at that particular moment. In that
we didn't say a single thing to LeBron while LeBron was yelling.
But if we had that conversation, I would have said to LeBron James, I never would speak negatively about your son.
That's
I was
not
talking
true.
about you, meaning LeBron James. I have nothing but the best wishes for Bronny James. I wish him nothing but the best. I hope that he flourishes into an NBA star. Usually in other sports, we see all-stars, and on occasion, we'll see their children become stars as well. That doesn't really happen with the NBA. I sincerely hope he's the exception. By all accounts, he's a wonderful kid. Thinking about Bronny James, because my attitude is he's a rookie. It's going to take some time for him to get himself together. He'll be just fine, especially with J.J. Redick and the staff coaching him.
Actually, he never said that before. He actually has clips where he's talking about, oh my gosh, Bronny, he's not good. So that's also another lie he said. But then right
Bronny,
here,
wherever Bronny is at, that's where I'll be. I'll do whatever it takes to play with my son for a year. It's not about the money at that point. My point months ago was that because of who you are, one of the top 2 players in the history of basketball, in my estimation, there's an immense amount of pressure that comes with that for his son. And when he talked like that and what have you, anything that goes awry as it pertains to his son, there's going to be a microscopic eye, even more intensified, on Bronny James, because of his dad and what his dad had said. And that's when I was talking about, come on, man, this is the situation that you're putting him in. That's where I was coming from.
And everything Stephen A said, well, not every, I can't say everything because I didn't play the whole clip, although I did watch it on my own time. But most of what Stephen A. Smith said was a lie. Like, there's been literal clips of him on not just ESPN First Take, but also his own podcast. We were talking about, he was bringing up Bronny, and he was like, sort of, maybe he doesn't control the clips and everything, but he was running like low lights of Bronny in the background. There was other videos of him talking about, oh my gosh, LeBron needs to stop bringing Bronny out there. He's not ready. He's doing this, that, and the third. He talked about him like, for lack of a better term, like a Make-A-Wish kid. And LeBron, what it looked like he said was that, hey, don't bring my son into this. You could talk about me, but don't bring my son into this. But all Stephen A. has been doing is talking about his son. And I guess he's using him as like a proxy to talk about LeBron because all these people just, for whatever reason, don't like LeBron. And it's just crazy. Like I said it a little bit earlier, but it's just the NBA media is trying to make themselves the star of the show, themselves the belle of the ball. And we just want to hear talk about basketball. Like First Take, it's for sure lost its plot very, very, very long ago. It's lost the plot. Just not just a whole bunch of grown men gossiping the entire time, but it's just like, how can you not see that you're the problem? Like he's doing a whole lot of, like Stephen A. is very good at saying a whole lot of nothing, like pontificating about a point for literally 10 minutes. And he's not even acknowledging what the real problem is. And the real problem is himself. He's yet to ever acknowledge that. It's just like, what are we even doing right now? Seriously.
Yeah. He has been the king of intentionally missing the point. But I'll say this about Stephen A. When it came to that low light thing, I'm gonna let you know that right now. Stephen A. is not in the booth clipping up them damn clips. I can tell you.
He has control over it. Though. He could have told him, be like, "Hey, no." I'm just saying.
Yeah, look. I'm not saying the nigga that makes $100 million doesn't have the final say. But I will say, what I will say is, a lot of the times when you see certain B-rolls and certain clips, sometimes they don't see it in real time what is actually being B-rolled when they are being B-rolled. Of course, if he was a real nigga, he would go down through the rundown and see like what videos is being played when he's doing X, Y, and Z. But if but you have people in line to do that. Like you have producers, you have other people that, are in charge of that. So all Stephen A. has to do is walk up, pick up a microphone, put the microphone down, go about his business. So I won't necessarily put that on him, but if he was a real nigga, he would have vetted that. He definitely would have vetted that for sure. But I'm not going to do that. But it's been well documented when it comes to niggas like Stephen A. Smith that when he has like a personal issue with a certain athlete or a certain person, it bleeds into his takes, his decision making, everything. And he is somebody that's been public about saying this shit. Like a few years ago, Kyrie Irving, him and whatever the fuck Kyrie had going on bled into the national media.
That Kyrie stuff was crazy. Like he was going in on Kyrie, like
yeah,
it was crazy.
It was crazy. So it was like something happened behind closed doors where like something happened, but he couldn't separate that versus being analytical about how Kyrie is and the turnaround it was in Dallas was Kyrie. Look, Kyrie had this issues in Brooklyn, but like he was dragging it way after the shit was done. And he got on that Pivot podcast and admitted, yeah, with me and Kyrie, it was personal. It was more a personal thing with him, whether it be him and his dad, whatever, because I don't know the details. So when I look at LeBron, I'm like, yeah. I look at you intentionally missing the point and all of these things when LeBron is talking, and you bring up points that don't mean shit. When people are trying to talk to you about the media, the first thing he talks about is, this is the same LeBron that ruined the dunk contest. Nigga, we talking about Anthony Edwards in the face of the league, but you somehow is bringing up LeBron and all of the shortcomings that it came from. That's personal, brother. That's personal.
He's quick to blame somebody else for stuff he does, and then it's just like, or we obviously don't know Stephen A. or LeBron, so we don't know if they've even said anything to each other like that. But like, I don't think anything's ever even come out of LeBron wronging Stephen A. or Steve. Like, where is this animosity even coming from? Is the thing. Like,
based off of the things that he talks about, he's notoriously been talking about how it rubbed him the wrong way that Rich Paul had called him once upon a time. Like, I don't know how recent it was, but Rich Paul had called Stephen A. and was like, yo, I don't like how you be, disrespecting Bron or X, Y, and Z when it comes to like these all-time talks and X, Y, and Z. And he was just like, so, and then I think Stephen A was like, so it's disrespectful to put LeBron at 2 and MJ at 1. And to his words, Rich Paul said, yeah, that's disrespectful. He said, get the fuck off my phone. And he like hung up the phone on Rich Paul. And ever since then, he will not let that. He will always find a way to bring it up, talking about LeBron's camp is so fucking soft. You can't talk about anything about him unless, we got to start off with the great father, the great X, Y, and Z before we criticize him and X, Y, and Z. And he's been dragging that for a couple years. At least a couple years. I remember he brought that up on the pivot, but he brings it up all the time now. So that's the only thing I can see. Other than that, LeBron don't be talking. LeBron don't
just nobody. He don't talk to nobody in the media because he knows they just want to make headlines from him. So he don't be talking to nobody. So
case in point. Case in point, this clip right here. And a clip where niggas, I think Kobe White dropped 44 points. I think I sent he sent me a tweet. He was like, Kobe White dropped 44. As much as we want to talk about that, I guess I got to talk about LeBron again. You don't have to. What happened to national media? What happened to national media that just kept it pushing? They didn't bring up everything that was on the internet. They just kept it pushing, acting like shit wasn't shaking in the streets. What happened to that media? Bring the old media back, actually. Fuck this new media. I don't want this new media.
It's like you can't fuck the new media, fuck the old media. It gotta be like bring the oldest media back. Like something like, well, maybe not that old because they was probably racist back then. Like the real old media. So we gotta find that middle.
Now keep the media that addresses shit on Twitter. Like Stephen A, you can address your shit on Twitter. You can talk your shit on Twitter. When it's time to be national media, we not bringing that Twitter talk to national media. Talk your national media shit. Get the fuck off air. I know Stephen A. Smith's world. That's your own shit. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. But on First Take and ESPN, stop bringing that Twitter bullshit to this. You out here blending barbershop talk and professionalism. It doesn't coincide. It clashes every time. It makes it for a piss poor product. It's lame. I don't like it.
Yeah. Yuck. It's upsetting. But hey, Kobe White, he did drop 44.
He did drop 44. And on top of that, none of this is changed. Nothing is going to change about this. I want everybody to know. All these people that's complaining, bitching, moaning, and complaining about certain things, look, newsflash, niggas, it's not changing. It's not changing until you decide to stop engaging. You could be like, oh, I haven't watched shit. I haven't watched this shit in years. You don't have to watch it. But if you're going to quote Stephen A. over all the dumb shit that he does, it just racks the views and engagements to justify putting bullshit on the air. So just stop.
And I mean, we're guilty of it too. We sort of like us. We don't be watching First Take, but us even playing these clips, that also increased the engagement as well. But I mean,
we're part of the problem, which is why nothing's going to stop. Nothing's going to change anytime soon.
Yeah, it's sad, but that's the way media has went. But that being said, Greg, I think it's about that time.
Oh damn! I'll take of the week. You actually want to go first, or want to go first?
Yeah, I do have my hot take. So if you could play the music again, so I can say my hot take real fast.
Shit.
All right, my hot take is Javonte was not lying when he said the grease got in his eye. Now, y'all probably already heard about this, seen the fight already that happened. Javonte and Lamont Roach, they went the distance in their fight, 12 full rounds and everything. It was an amazing fight, to be honest. I do think Javonte sort of had the edge a little bit, but I can't remember exactly what round it was. It was in the later rounds of the fight, but there was, in the middle of the ring squabbling. Then there was like a short little pause, and then out of nowhere, Javonte he just took a knee. Everybody was like, "What the hell happened? Did he get hit and we ain't see it?" He took a knee, then he like sort of ran to his corner of the ring, stuck his head out the ring. They like threw a towel at him. He like wiped his face off, and then he went back to the fight. And during that whole thing, everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, what the hell happened? That should have been a knockdown." Blah blah blah. Like the ref, he started counting, but then he stopped, so it didn't really count as a knockdown, and that reflected in the final scorecard. Because if it was a knockdown, then Orochi would have ended up winning the fight. But after the fight, Tank, he was like, "Man, I just got my hair braided and I was fighting and I was sweating, and some of the grease from when I got my hair braided got in my eye and it started burning, and everybody was like, oh, this nigga lying. He was really hurt for real. He just didn't want to admit it and blah, blah, blah." But I've never had braids before, but I am black. So I've had different types of grease in my hair. And I'm not gonna lie, when that hoe, like when you start sweating, when that hoe dripped down, that hoe do be burning. It do be burning. So I mean, like, I can't call him a liar. I understand it completely. Like, do I feel like he should have just like fought through that a little bit and just kept fighting? Yes, because it's niggas who be fighting with their eye, goddamn shut clothes and everything, eye in pain and all that. So like, he should have kept fighting. Yes. Should he have taken the knee? No. But I don't think he was lying about that grease in his eye. I think he got that hole in his eye. It really hurt. And he need that towel to wipe it off. So that's my hot take.
Yeah. Anybody that is having pushback about that, you are simply just not of the African diaspora, my nigga. This is very common knowledge. It's been a while since I've had grease in my eye. But hell, let the wrong kind of shampoo hit a nigga eye. I'm out for the count, nigga. I'm out for the fucking count. And yeah, that was a good hot take. I'm not a fan of these super fans though. These super fans is really pissing me off about this shit. Tank wasn't trying hard. He gonna kill him. He gonna kill him next go round. Shut up. Fuck. Shut the fuck up. Be glad and grateful the nigga had a draw, nigga.
Punishable by death grade. That's what.
Yes, bro. Like, you just can't admit, like, yo, like, it was a good fight, and Roach.
It was an amazing fight.
Yeah, Roach was throwing them hoes, but you want to just keep diminishing niggas because you just can't believe your glorious king could ever, at full strength and full power, lose. Dick riding. Dick riding, bro. Cock-a-doodle-doo, nigga. You are, oh no. It's bad. But let me go ahead and let me go and get my shit off. First of all, I want to shout out Around the Horn. Okay, Around the Horn was one of the generational shows that really got ESPN started, and I think it cultivated new talent and allowed people to introduce themselves to new talent without having to be on a show like First Take, where you're going to get a negative response based off of forcing yourself to have a hot take instead of an educational take and why do you have, the reason you have your degree and the reason why you're here to begin with. So shout out to them. That's why I know Mina Kimes, and they're about to shut that show down. I think it was one of the most underrated, platforms to debut new talent. But that's not my real hot take. It was going to be my hot take, but I got something way more passionate that I would like to divulge in, and I hope I don't take up too much time. You niggas that are Christian, you niggas that are any other faith, any of y'all niggas that are just doing Ramadan just to do it, I want you to stop. Okay? I want you to just stop. Like, you need to be doing it for a certain reason. Some of y'all niggas out here doing Ramadan because you trying to kick off your weight loss journey, nigga. You're not. They're not starving themselves. Like, there's a reason why they're doing this. Stop asking Ramadan niggas certain things. Well, I don't want to disrespect them by calling them Ramadan niggas, but people that participate in Ramadan for their religious purpose, they're not doing it to intentionally starve themselves. Like, some of y'all are doing it just to be a part of people, and you just intentionally starving yourself. Ain't crack open not one Bible, not one verse. You not praising no kind of Allah or Lord. You just doing shit. I want you to stop. And I want you to stop publicly celebrating that you're participating in Ramadan. Nigga, like, stop. You want a pat on the back for stuff that they've been doing? You want other people to like pat on, oh, good job. Oh, here's a cookie. Attention-seeking whore. Just do the shit and go about your business. It's one thing to support your family member or you're trying to divulge it. That's one thing. But some of the shit that I'm starting to see, and I've been seeing it for a hot little minute. Some of the shit I've been seeing punishable by death, my nigga. Punishable by death. Because what are you doing? Christians have Lent. We literally have Lent. If you want to give something up, it's right here. Didn't Ash Wednesday just happen? Not too long ago, this past week? If you're a Christian and you want to go a certain route, but you just, I don't know. I could be tripping. And if that is, that's fine. But it just gets to a point, bro. It just gets to a point. It's like, yo, like, are you doing this for clout? What is your real reason for doing this? There's other reasons to be disciplined. I don't know. That's just me though.
So it's like two things. One, that was an insane pivot, insane hot take pivot from around the horn.
Hey.
Insane pivot.
I forgot.
But two, like, I haven't seen nobody say they're doing this to like kick off their weight loss or whatever. I haven't seen nobody say nothing like that.
No, they're not dumb enough. They're not dumb enough to actually say that shit out loud. But when you just certain people,
they don't even make sense for Ramadan because they do, like, in Ramadan you do eat. You just eat in the, like, before the sunrise, and you eat when the sun isn't out. So, like, that's not even that wouldn't do anything for your weight journey in the first place. So, like, what?
I mean, some of these people treating this shit like intermittent fasting, honestly. Now, I mean, unless you just throwing down 8,000 calories in one setting. I mean, I guess you'll see a difference. I don't know. Look, I don't participate, but I respect everyone that does. But it's just like when you start saying certain things, like when I start hearing the reasonings for certain certain people, and this is me just being chronically online, just me being on the internet, like me just like seeing certain people on Ramadan, because it's just like, all right, bro, like, why are you doing this? Or like, why are you, what is your real reasoning? And I start hearing reasonings, and like the religious aspect is just not being brought up in the decision of why you're deciding to do Ramadan. It's like,
what's the reasoning you've heard? Is there anyone you
there's just one person was just like not gave me, but like basically gave like a Stephen A answer of just saying a whole lot of nothing, and just basically in my mind, oh, you're just doing it just to do it. You're just doing it just to fit in. You're just doing it just to like seek validation, or like you just want you just want to be a part of something. It's like, oh, you just want to high five, like, oh, this is my first time doing it. Hey guys, look at me, like I'm doing it too. Eat a dick, bro. Like you not. I know you not praying. I know you not cracking over no Bible. But you out here want a cookie, and you want to. Oh man, look, man, this shit right here, this Ramadan shit, this shit different, man. All right, I guess. Hey, look, I guess, but I guess I got to be across the board too. Yeah, look, I'll be online. So I mean, this is partially my fault.
I won't put it past. I ain't seen it like that, but I won't put it past nobody. I'll say that much. I won't put it past nobody. Niggas be niggas.
It's so dumb, bro. Yeah, but then I was talking. I don't know who I was talking to this about, but they were just like, okay, but like, how you feel about them niggas that come back out of jail Islam? Like, how you feel about that? Like, I mean, I guess it's case by case scenario. I guess it's I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I mean, I like it.
Why?
I guess there's like a sense of. You said what?
There's no way you need to feel. That's an odd question to ask you, because like, what do you mean? How do I feel? They converted. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, it's just like that's what I'm saying. I'm just like I mean, that was like I don't know how to respond to that, but I guess because I was talking about Ramadan so crazy, I guess he was just like, well, what about the niggas that joined Islam for clout out of jail? I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know if they joined for clout. I don't know. He was like, why niggas just don't find Christianity? Why they go straight to Islam? I don't look, brother. I don't know. I don't be in jail. I don't know the reasoning.
It's definitely very much. It's very much apples to oranges, but I digress.
Very true. Very digress. That's my hot take. Just like Stephen A, it was personal. It was personal. It made me feel some type of way.
Hey, that's real. That's real.
Hey, it's okay to join Lent, bro. It's okay to join Lent. That's all. It's okay as a Christian. It's okay to participate in Lent.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, shit.
Insane hot take. But all in all, despite any technical difficulties that people may or may not have noticed, we done got through the episode.
Nigga to change his background.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Yeah, how does nigga get clear? How that nigga get clear? Yeah, that's real.
But we will catch you guys all next week. Maybe there's gonna be more stuff to talk about. Maybe there won't be. We'll find out at the same time as you guys find out.
Any last words?
This damn whatever the fuck is floating in the air. But anyways, if you want to change your life, please go do some life changing shit. And that's all I got to say. How we know? And go outside and touch some damn grass too, because y'all be needing that.
Touch some grass.
Niggas be needing some damn grass.
I agree. We gotta touch some grass. Go do some of the work. Go do some of the Lord's work. Go do some of the Lord's work, man. And as far as for me, Jax has always been right, man. Dick riding should be punishable by death, nigga. By death. Yes. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Make sure y'all like, subscribe. Dr. Umar, you on the clock. They starting to light your ass up on TikTok, man. You on the clock, man. We are waiting for your next. Well, I am. I can't speak for Jax. I'm waiting for your next response, brother.
I gotta look up this.
Yeah, denounce deadbeats, man. We are denouncing deadbeats. I don't care. I don't care if you're Anthony Edwards or Dr. Umar, nigga. We denounce all that shit. But with that being said, we're gonna catch y'all. We're gonna catch y'all next week, next pod, next episode. All right, bet.